Hey everyone, Michael here bringing you another video. Today we're going to be doing some fall favorites. This one's going to be mainly around breakfast, and one of our family favorites in the Benish family are pancakes, and we like to put a little twist on them, pumpkin chocolate chip pancakes. So if you guys' mouths are watering now, mine is too. Let's look at this real quick. Let me show you the ingredients. So pretty much we have a Benish household rule of no pancake mix. Once you graduate college, it's time to move on. It's time to make your own pancakes from scratch. So we're gonna use flour today, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, pumpkin pie spice, and then for the wet ingredients, we've got buttermilk, pumpkin filling, and then the vanilla, 2 eggs, and if I didn't mention before, chocolate chips, guys. So here's the ingredients. Next, we're going to show you how to mix the dry ones together. All right, guys, we're going to get started by mixing our dry ingredients together first. So we have our flour. We're going to get 2 cups of flour. One. And 2. And this one, we're actually going to add just a little bit more because we do have that pumpkin puree. A good general rule of thumb when you're mixing pancake batters, you're going to add equal parts flour and your milk or buttermilk, just as a future tip. So sugar, we're going to do about 1/3 of a cup. Can't go wrong with a little sugar. So there's 1/3 of a cup. And then for the baking powder, we're going to do 1 tablespoon. Make them nice, light, and fluffy. Help them rise as they cook. Just a little bit of baking soda, not too much, just a little bit in the palm of your hand. Just like so. Okay, and then the pumpkin pie spice. We're just going to sprinkle the top of the bowl. And we can always add more later on, so no worries there as we go along. Boy, that's really stuck on that. All right, so it should be pretty fragrant. You'll smell the pumpkin pie spice pretty strongly. And then we're just gonna take a whisk, and basically this is the poor man's way of sifting. So we're just gonna mix all those dry ingredients together as best as we can. And we're gonna get them well mixed before we add the wet ingredients. Okay. So there's our dry ingredients. Those are mixed now. What we're going to do is we're going to add our buttermilk. So we're going to add 2 cups. And 1 and 2. Okay. People say you can mix them as you put them in there. To me, it's not a huge deal. I don't mind just mixing them and then mixing them later. Here's our vanilla. So we're going to just splash some on the top. A little goes a long way with vanilla. It is also expensive, so don't use too much. We're going to put 2 eggs in there. Okay. There's our 2 eggs. And then for the pumpkin, we're going to put about 1 cup. So I'm just going to spoon some into my measuring cup to kind of get a general amount. You can also just go off the weight of the can. That's about 1 cup there. So we're going to push that in. Okay. And that is it, guys. We're going to mix and whisk this all together. Scooping it from the sides. With buttermilk pancakes, it is imperative that you don't over mix. I know it kind of is counterintuitive of maybe the way you were taught as a kid, but we want to only mix as much as we have to. Now, the one cool thing about pancakes is you can always adjust your recipe later on if it doesn't quite have the consistency or the texture you're looking for, and the whisk broke. All right, we're going to put that back on. It is a heavy batter, so we are going to stir it as best we can. It really smells like a pumpkin pie in here. It's pretty good. I'm going to add just probably a little bit more buttermilk. It's a little thick. So So we're just gonna splash some on top. Go a little bit at first, don't put too much, or else you'll be playing a constant battle of flour, then milk, and flour and milk. All right, let's add that in, let's see how it does. Buttermilk pancake batter will be thicker than normal. If you use like a normal milk to make your pancakes, it will be thicker. So that is completely normal. Probably just a little bit more. So I'm glad you guys are seeing this. It's just, there's a little bit of finesse and touch to it. You just kind of mix it as you go and you adjust. All right, see, that is pretty good right there. See how it kind of falls off of the whisk and settles into the batter. That's what we're looking for as far as the consistency. If you have lumps, don't worry about it. Let those lumps sit in there. They'll cook out when you cook them. And next, we're going to start cooking them on the stove. All right, guys, we are back here on the stove and we are ready to start cooking these pancakes. So what I've got, I use a 1/3 cup measuring cup to measure out the pancakes. Got the pancake batter here. I've got a stick of butter that I'll use to pre-moisten the pan or pre-lubricate the pan with some cooking grease, and then we've got chocolate chips. So what we'll do is we'll take our bowl, or first we'll take the butter, and we'll just swirl it around the pan. You know the pan's ready when the butter sizzles just a little bit, not too much. You don't want your pan to be too hot. We have it on a medium heat. So I'll take my pancake batter and I'll dollop it on. Like I said, it is thick, so you got to get it out of the measuring cup. And we'll do 2 pancakes here in this pan. All right, so once we have poured our batter, we'll take some chocolate chips and we'll just kind of thunk them into the top. And you can add as many as you want here, how chocolatey you like it. I always like to think about it as 1 chocolate chip in each bite. All right, so we've added our chocolate chip, guys. We're gonna let these pancakes cook a little bit until the edges will start to brown, and you may even see some bubbles coming up. So next I'll show you what that looks like. All right, guys, these pancakes are looking like they're about ready to flip. As you can see along the edges, we've got some drying out, and then the bubbles are starting to pop and form on each one of these pancakes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip them, and by no means am I an expert at flipping pancakes, but you just try to do the best you can. All right, they don't take much longer to cook on the other side as they do the first. So we'll let them cook probably for about 30 seconds here, and then we will put them on the plate and get them ready to eat. All right, guys, here's the finished pancakes. Just took them off the pan. We've got some real syrup here. Don't use any of the, corn syrup, flavored maple stuff. Use the real syrup, as that's got all the real good flavor. And we're just gonna drizzle this across the top. All right. And there you have it, guys. Pumpkin chocolate chip pancakes, an awesome fall holiday favorite. This has been the start of kind of a fall season. We're gonna make some other things, other breakfast items, other baking items that you can make during the fall. But let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.